Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Charles Sabanson, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show. We'll cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we'll give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them here. So we got a show for y'all today. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video, sub to the channel, because we about to roast and toast today, right? We're gonna barbecue Shams from ESPN. So what happened? The Michael Jordan a clip dropped from his new collaboration with NBC Sports, since they're going to be covering the NBA this year. So in this clip, and we covered it, MJ was talking about, they asked him when was the last time he played basketball and picked up a ball. And Michael Jordan said years. And we all know when you say play basketball, it means like play basketball. So we did that. We did a show about it. Then this joker, Shams, goes on the Pat McAfee show on ESPN. And he goes up there and basically starts insinuating that Michael Jordan was inventing reality. And he believes that MJ was essentially over-embellishing his exploits during that clip, and basically trying to suggest that Michael Jordan was lying about the entire thing. And as I'm listening to this guy, I'm saying to myself, is this guy accusing Michael Jordan of lying? So for those of you who didn't hear what this clown had to say yesterday on the Pat McAfee show about Michael Jordan's story, I want to play it for you now, and then we're going to come back and continue on the show. Take a listen to what he had to say here.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sean Shryan.
Hey, Sean.
We feel so stupid. We last night, while we were sitting there watching Michael Jordan at his house, it looked beautiful, by the way. I assume he's got a lot of those different rooms, and we saw his house in Illinois that was for sale, still for sale, everything like that. Beautiful place. He's earned it all. Congratulations to him. He's built a lot of different businesses for other people. I think Chicago Bulls, the NBA would say this, the Jordan brand would obviously say this, Space Jam potentially. I mean, you start naming things. This guy is obviously an earner. I think for everybody that he's ever really worked for, Gatorade, everything. So I appreciate how nice of a setup it is for him. And why did I, in my brain, when I heard this, think that Michael Jordan was going to be doing anything other than sitting in his house having a podcast? And on that note, how does the NBA, Adam Silver, and people you talk to around the league feel about all these OGs getting an opportunity to cover the game with the new rights deals?
Well, I think, one, your heart would have been broken. If you had reached out to me yesterday, I would have told you Michael Jordan is not going to be.
Hashtag Shams do.
Yeah.
Hashtag Shams do.
You might not have tuned in as excitedly. So I'm happy you didn't. And, I'd rather you get your dream shattered, but you still get to experience the Michael Jordan, mentality, the aura that is MJ. But I mean, I enjoyed watching that. I think it was like a 3-minute interview. I believe half of it was talking about when he went to I think it was the Ryder Cup owner's home, and he got challenged to shoot a free throw. He said it was like years ago or something. Okay. I know Brandon Miller was drafted by the Hornets in 2022 in high in the lottery. I think it was the number 2 pick in Charlotte. He told a story at the time that he was shooting free throws with Michael Jordan, and he was trash-talking Michael Jordan. So that was 3 years ago. So we do know that. We do know, I don't know how long ago this was, but at least 3 years ago, Brandon Miller and Michael Jordan, I think Brandon Miller, the story goes, he saw Michael Jordan airball a free throw. So shout out Brandon Miller.
No, I don't want to hear that. Listen, that is not what I want to hear.
That's a lie.
Shut up, you don't need to say everything that comes into that brain, okay? You can go ahead and filter something.
I'm just refreshing memory. So I don't know how long ago this was. Was this after the Brandon Miller encore? Was it?
Yeah, several years after.
We gotta do some. Now, how could it be several years? Several years is like this.
No,
year.
It was like a month ago.
Yeah, but he says in the interview, like, I haven't picked up a basketball in years. The last time I picked it up was insert story.
No,
Yeah,
I think
what year was that? We got to figure out the years.
He said he hadn't picked up a basketball in years whenever he was asked to shoot the free throw. That's why he felt the pressure.
So Pat, me as a listener, I'm hearing that, and I'm like, what's years? Is years 5 years, 6 years? I know for sure he picked up a ball in 2022.
So that's probably,
there you go.
He airballed free throw and said, I'm never doing that again.
Yeah.
I'm going to go golf.
And then he did it, and then he made it. So the ending, let's just for our fantasy purposes, we'll just
for reality.
Wait, it was the camp. Remember the camp too, where the kids. It was like if he makes every shot or if he misses
Chris
one
Paul,
shot. Yeah. Well, how many years ago was that?
It was 2020, maybe 2019. That feels like it was a little longer ago.
Kids.
Yeah, if you make every single shot, if he misses one of these shots, everybody in here gets
free Jordans.
Free Jordans. Yeah, right. I don't think so.
I will say though, Pat, I think the return of like players, whether at Amazon, NBC, we're seeing a lot of former players, up there, and I love it. I mean, back when I was at FanDuel TV, worked closely with Chandler Parsons, Lou Williams. We had DeMarcus Cousins on, Iman Shumpert, Evan Turner, guys that would come on. And like from my purposes, I know what I do, and it's always refreshing to hear the experts, the people that were in it, that lived and breathed it. I mean, you guys, DB, AJ, the other AJ, like you guys have that experience, that the expertise that I think the fans hopefully can get and absorb that.
Excellent. We did a live about it. Now, little did I know that there was actual footage of this moment out there. And it was only until Too Raw for TV did a show about it. I didn't know this footage was there. But apparently there was this footage of when Michael Jordan rented out the home to, I think, the founder of the Ryder Cup. And he asked him to make his make a free throw for his grandkids. And in the video, you will see Michael Jordan doing exactly what he said in the video, swishing the shot. Take a look at Michael Jordan here, folks.
Jacob.
How can they go over this line when the
You got it?
They can. But you know where that line come from? The line used to be in. We moved it out.
Right.
How? Wow. Look at you.
Yeah,
You know.
Lucas, move back,
See that
buddy.
center circle?
Move back.
Okay.
You remember the center circle? They didn't have it. Wilt Chamberlain used to take a drive, take off, and layup. That was the free throw. So now you can't start the shot outside the center circle, and you can't break this line until it hits the rim. That's a Wilt Chamberlain rule. Lord have mercy. Please make Now that was pressure, man. I ain't been in a while. I was nervous.
Fantastic. So you saw Michael Jordan performing that. But since we're talking about one's credibility and all, and we're talking about Michael Jordan's credibility on issues, why don't we look into the credibility of Shams? And let's see if he's a credible source. I want to quickly read from a 2023 article that was published by Basketball Forever. Let's read through this, shall we? The headline says, "The Shams conspiracy theory that turned into something more." It says, "While it's a journalist's job to deliver the news, some reporters are so prominent that they become the news. At times, it's over something harmless, like Woj's amusing wordplay on draft night or Shams earning the Riz God nickname by making a certain member of the opposite sex weak on the knees on live television. But on other occasions, reporters being thrust into the spotlight stems from something a little less innocent. That was the case when Woj was rinsed by former ESPN colleague Ethan Strauss in several eye-opening articles, and it's now Shams who's facing scrutiny. Here's the thing. A whole lot of activity on Twitter suggests that more and more people are realizing that Shams is represented by United Talent Agency, which partnered with Rich Paul's Clutch Sports 2 years ago. This has fueled speculation that Shams could be prone to skewing some of his reporting in Clutch's favor. That speculation went to another level earlier this month when Russell Westbrook was looking for a new team. Shams claimed there weren't any teams making a strong push to sign him, saying there's not a spot for him in the NBA currently. That same day, Woj reported that Westbrook had in fact been speaking with 4 teams: the Bulls, Clippers, Wizards, and Heat. Shams then followed Woj's report by indicating Westbrook was no longer in such a dire position after all, reporting that he was in contact with the Clippers, although still no mention of him drawing interest from Chicago, Washington, and Miami. If you're wondering why making Westbrook look bad may have been in the interest of Clutch, Just remember this. The more it seems like Westbrook was a basket case who ran the Lakers into the ground, the more it deflects from Anthony Davis, a prominent clutch client's inability to stay healthy, and how much that hampered the Lakers' season before the trade deadline. The perception that Davis is injury prone has certainly proven to be a sore point for Rich Paul. Beyond Shams' reporting on Westbrook, it's also worth noting that he had very little to say about clutch client Miles Bridges being arrested for domestic violence last year, despite the newsworthiness of a prominent player assaulting his partner and all the disturbing information that was so publicly available afterwards. Months after the assault, however, Shams made time to put a positive spin on the situation by making it known that Bridges was attracting interest from multiple teams around the league. Elsewhere, when clutch disciple Draymond Green punched teammate Jordan Poole in the face at practice in October, Shams wrote just a 4-line article about it. While every other major sport outlet covered the story extensively for days, he also avoided using the word punch and did not specify that Green had hit Poole in the face. Even if we gave Shams the benefit of the doubt and assumed he didn't have all the details when the news first broke, articles can always be updated to include crucial information that comes to light. In another occasion, when Zach LaVine, you guessed it, a clutch client, got into a heated verbal altercation with the Bulls players in December, it was Joe Coley of the Chicago Sun-Times who had the story. Casey Johnson at NBC Sports Chicago then confirmed the report, but we never heard much at all out of Shams. In fact, Shams is doubly compromised when it comes to LaVine. On top of his job at The Athletic, he also worked for Digital Sports Network Stadium, which was founded and co-founded by Chicago Bulls owner Jerry Reinsdorf. Shams, Mr. Update. You got a lot of nerve talking about people's credibility when this has been documented about you. You got a lot of nerve. You see, Shams is a Clutch Sports affiliate. We just found out that Dave McMenamin has been close with these guys since going back to Cleveland. And he's the one that called Russell Westbrook a locker room vampire. These dudes are dirty, bro. They dirty. And this is why I always laugh at these clown-ass LeBron fans who like to play the black man card. Oh, the black man. You ain't going after the black man. Hey, what about the black man? Well, what about all these black men? What about Russell Westbrook? These niggas don't give a damn about no damn black man. All they care about is LeBron James, period, end of story. And they notice you getting in that ass too much, they're going to pull out the black card on you. This is who they are. This is why you can never take LeBron fans seriously. And you got this weasel out here trying to make it look like Michael Jordan is up here. What do you got to lie for, Shams? What do you got to lie for? He's not LeBron James, bro. He doesn't have a history of lying. That's not, you got the wrong player. Oh, Jordan can be over embellished. I mean, I don't want to break your heart. Sitting up there giggling and cackling like a damn hyena. So what you got to say now? You talking about Jordan's credibility, son? This is what's being said about you, and this is why you got to call out these dudes, bro. They playing a game. It's not a fair game. It's not a fair game. They couldn't even wait one day before they sent out one of their foot soldiers to go to try to muddy the waters. And then here comes Shams. Well, I heard back in 2002, 3 years ago, in 2002. How was he playing with Brandon Miller when he just got drafted a year ago? Come on, knock it off, man. Knock it off. Knock it off. So these are just another Clutch Sports plan. Another one. These people are everywhere. They're like damn cockroaches. They're everywhere. Littered all throughout media. Unbelievable. These are my thoughts. Whatever you guys think, leave your thoughts in the comments. We catch you on the next one. I'm out. Peace.